Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now September 16th of 2021. Now, one thing that a lot of fans have been very curious about is exactly what Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are really doing when it comes to Star Wars Legends, getting revived in the new Star Wars universe that's really going to be unveiled at this, of course, new event that's going to take place in November, giving us the full roadmap of course, what's to come throughout 2022 and 2023. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and check me out on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things from time to time. Now, moving forward, we do know that Ahsoka Tano is a very beloved character as well as Luke Skywalker. Two very important characters in the Star Wars universe overall. You know, we have seen the impact of these characters that they had on The Mandalorian. You know, Chapter 16 was a big deal, and of course the last chapter of Season 2 was also a big deal for The Mandalorian with the entrance of Luke Skywalker. Jon Favreau really nailed it when it came to really making Luke the way that he should have been in the sequel trilogy, right? So, when we go ahead and examine what Jon Favreau has in store for the future of the franchise, right, it's all about really being expansive. Basically, what Favreau wants to do is that he really wants to borrow a lot of aspects from the original stories from the 1990s and the early 2000s, borrowing many different stories from the Thrawn trilogy, from Dark Empire, and combining it into one big story. That's what he wants to do with this new universe, at least for the very beginning. So, with that being said, what's really exciting has everything to do with what Jon Favreau has planned for, of course, the Ahsoka Tano series and other TV shows. That's all going to tie together very smoothly between himself and Filoni. So Filoni is also, having a big role in calling the shots on this as well. So given that both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on creating new Star Wars TV shows for Disney Plus in order to advance the Star Wars universe into something respectful for the hardcore fans, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are currently beginning to work on the third season of The Mandalorian that will in fact tap into new aspects of the franchise that fans have never seen before. However, it's described that Jon Favreau is said to be borrowing major storylines from Star Wars Legends and mixing it in with the new that dives into the Disney canon. It's described that Jon Favreau has a major plan to create a quest for Ahsoka Tano in the Ahsoka Tano series to save Ezra Bridger, and that this quest is set to involve the Worlds Between Worlds that will bring Ahsoka Tano also over to the unknown regions. Now, a part of this journey for Ahsoka in the series is set to use Grand Admiral Thrawn as the new big bad for the show. Of course, like in The Mandalorian with Moff Gideon being the main villain, this series aims to make Thrawn the Thanos of Star Wars, essentially, and that this is what Jon Favreau is aiming for, and that there will be ties to Emperor Palpatine that will in fact be explained in the show. Now, Ezra Bridger is said to also have a lightsaber duel with Ahsoka Tano. Both, of course, Mena Massoud and Rosario Dawson are said to be getting ready to train for the big scene that will involve them dueling with lightsabers during a training session at a mysterious Jedi temple. This Jedi temple is said to be the one that belongs to Luke Skywalker, and that Luke Skywalker will be involved in the scene watching over Ezra Bridger and Ahsoka Tano during their training session. Now, the series is set to eventually tie all three of these heroes together, with Sabine Wren becoming a side character in the later half of the show, where The Mandalorian Season 3 is set to be used as a big tease of what's to come for the Ahsoka series and what characters will be involved in. The story of Grand Admiral Thrawn is set to actually be used as a plot device, that he is aware of Palpatine's survival on Exegol and is in fact beginning to create his own faction that is separate from the new Empire. Thrawn is said to also hold key details about the clones of Emperor Palpatine that are hidden on a world based in the Outer Rim, and that this will eventually play a role in of course, Favreau borrowing plot devices from Star Wars Dark Empire, which was a big story back in the 1990s in the forms of comics and radio dramas. Now, Favreau and Filoni are also set to throw in a character from Star Wars Legends, a very beloved one, such as Kyle Katarn, as one of Luke Skywalker's Jedi students, that will play a role in the series, and that Favreau has already cast the character that will be unveiled over at Star Wars Celebration 2022. Filoni is also going to unveil a brand new Force power that Ahsoka Tano will be able to use that she learns from the Worlds Between Worlds. Now, the addition of Kyle Katarn, in case you guys don't know much about him, I do suggest that you guys go ahead and check out Jedi Outcast and everything that revolves around that installment of Star Wars Legends. But Kyle Katarn, being one of Luke Skywalker's top Jedi students, to have him play a role in the Ahsoka series, you can see what they're aiming for. What they are essentially aiming for is that this show is going to be very much Force heavy. Even Dave Filoni teased that this show, it's going to be very strong with the Force, being of course that it's going to center on the Cosmic Force, the Jedi, and everything that comes in between. And that to me I think is a very exciting way to go about doing things, to treat the overall franchise, right? Sure, you know, a lot of fans love bounty hunter stuff, you know, we got the Mandalorian, we got the Book of Boba Fett, but let's face it, a lot of fans want to see more of the Jedi and the Force in the TV shows, right? And that's exactly what we're going to get in Star Wars Kenobi and Star Wars Ahsoka. Those are the two major shows right now that a lot of fans are looking forward to for those big reasons. Now, I want to actually go over Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, what Favreau is approaching here is that he is borrowing aspects from the Thrawn trilogy and also tying new things in here. So we're going to be getting this third faction, alright? That's going to be separate from the new Empire that we got a glimpse of in The Rise of Skywalker on Exegol. So the new Empire was its own thing, created by Palpatine, alright? Palpatine's basically first, you know, successful clone that his consciousness was able to actually stay intact with. But we're going to be learning more about Palpatine's role in the universe. We're going to be learning more about his younger version of the clones. As we discussed a couple of days ago, that's going to be a big deal in the future of Star Wars. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But overall, Jon Favreau and Filoni, alright, they know what they're doing at heart here. They know exactly what the fans want to see. The fact that there's going to be this lightsaber duel in the form of a training session between Ezra and Ahsoka Tano, right near Luke Skywalker's Jedi Temple, this just sounds absolutely stunning. I mean, to say the least, they really are trying to make Luke Skywalker very relevant in the series, and they want to make him communicate with many of the other beloved characters. Again, I always felt that Disney should have done something like this from the very beginning, and it's nice to see that they're doing it now, but they really should have done this from the very start. Just my personal opinion. So, I think that Favreau really is on his A game right now, given that he's already working on over a dozen projects. He's also tying everything together when it comes to The Mandalorian Season 3. This show, in particular, is going to be used as a way to tease of what's to come for the Ahsoka series. So that's another thing to actually be aware of, is that The Mandalorian Season 3 will be used as a show that's going to tease of what's to come for the Ahsoka Tano show. So you're kind of getting that Marvel treatment where one show or one movie, you know, teases another movie. It's kind of like that now with these Star Wars TV shows. So anyways, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know anything about all this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.